6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. Another 348 COVID-19 cases from the Divulapitiya and Palyagoda cluster. The 16th death due to the corona infection was reported yesterday. The quarantine curfew to Colombo Fort, Peta, Borella and the Valikada police areas are being implemented. Opportunities for the people in the Gampaha district to purchase essential food items from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. today. The presenting of appointment letters under the 100,000 jobs program is being implemented island-wide. Spain imposes national nighttime curfew to curb infections. The Dehiovita, Talduwa and Tibiripola areas of the Avisavella police areas too have been isolated until further notice. The decision has been taken due to identifying 13 corona-infected persons. Once again, the Dehiovita, Talduwa and Tibiripola areas of the Avisavella police areas have been isolated until further notice. The decision has been taken due to identifying 13 corona-infected persons. Another 348 infected persons have been identified from the Divulapitiya and Palyagoda cluster yesterday. Among them, 36 are from quarantine centres and the other 312 are from the Divulapitiya and Palyagoda cluster. Another person infected with COVID-19 died yesterday, bringing the total number of deaths reported in Sri Lanka to 16, says the Director General of Health Services. The deceased was identified as a 70-year-old male from the Colombo 2 area. According to reports, he was admitted to the Colombo National Hospital on the 23rd of October to be treated for a blood infection. Due to complications, he had been moved to the intensive care unit of the hospital where he was under medical care until he passed away. The quarantine curfew imposed to the Colombo Fort, Peta, Borella and Valikada police areas from 6 p.m. yesterday will be effective until further notice. Meanwhile, the operational centre to prevent the spread of COVID-19 says the curfew imposed in the Beruwala, Aluthgama and Payagala police areas will be effective until further notice. The National Operational Centre to prevent the spread of COVID-19 says that essential food sales outlets and pharmacies will be allowed to operate in the Gampaha district today from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. In addition, banks in the district too have been requested to carry out operations today. The National Operations Centre for the Prevention of COVID-19 says that bank employees may use their official ID as a curfew pass when reporting to work. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. A program to provide 100,000 jobs under the Saubhagya Dakma program is being carried out island-wide. Under the concept of the President, these jobs will be given to the youth who studied up to the GCE O-level examination of the low-income families. The first phase of this program was initiated in the Galle district under the patronage of Minister Ramesh Pathirana. The appointment letters have been presented to 1,800 youth in the Ambalangoda, Rathgama and Baddagama electoral divisions. 189 youth received letters of appointments in the Battikalow district from the State Minister Sathasivam Veyalandran. A period chanting ceremony was conducted at the Nelligala International Buddhist Centre in Kandy to invoke blessings to overcome the coronavirus pandemic prevailing in the country at present. The ceremony will be carried out until Friday. The Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation along with the Ministry of Buddha Sasana, Religious and Cultural Affairs organised the event. Further events will be conducted throughout the island with the support of the district and divisional secretariats. The period chanting ceremony is scheduled to take place in the Anuradhapura Thalava Jayagha Jnanodaya Pirivena today. The program will be aired by the SLBC on the commercial service, the Sinhala National Service, the City FM service and regional services. The Ratana Sutra was chanted yesterday too at the Nelligala International Buddhist Centre. The chairman of the University Grants Commission, Senior Professor Sampath Amartunga, says that the Z-score marks of the 2019 GCE Advanced Level Examination will be released today. He also stated that 41,500 students have qualified for university entrance. Accordingly, he said that 270 students for medical faculties have been selected. 405 for engineering faculties will be enrolled too. That's local news.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health issuing a press release yesterday affirmed that there is no scientific evidence that the coronavirus is transmitted through well-cooked fish. However, on a theoretical basis that the coronavirus can be found on any surface, the utensils used for preparation and hands must be thoroughly washed when preparing fish for storage or cooking. In addition, the Health Ministry emphasized that the baseless closure of fish markets is not necessary and they may continue to operate following the provided health measures such as social distancing, hand washing and proper wearing of face masks.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, the Sri Lanka Posts said it is halting letter deliveries to the Western Province and post officers in the Galle, Batticaloa and Kuliapitiya areas until further notice amidst an upsurge in coronavirus, but medicines would continue to be distributed once again. The Sri Lanka Posts said it is halting letter deliveries to the Western Province and post officers in the Galle, Batticaloa and Kuliapitiya areas until further notice amid an upsurge in coronavirus, but medicines would continue to be distributed. Many customers in the areas were not accepting letters or parcels, Sri Lanka's postal chief Ranjit Aryaratna said. The decision was also taken to protect the postmen. Post officers in the rest of the country will not accept letters for delivery to these post offices. The Central Mail Exchange in Colombo will also be closed for customers. However, deliveries of medicines to patients of government hospitals will continue. That was Watchlight, and now in world news headlines. Spain imposes national nighttime curfew to curb infections. Over 130 coronavirus cases confirmed in Xinjiang. UN nuclear ban treaty to go into effect in 90 days. Spain has declared a national state of emergency and imposed a nighttime curfew in an effort to help control a new spike in COVID-19 infections. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez said the curfew came into force yesterday. Under the emergency measures, local authorities can also ban travel between regions, Mr. Sanchez said. He said he would ask Parliament to extend the new rules initially in force for 15 days to 6 months. Spain was hit hard during the first wave of the pandemic earlier this year and imposed a much more restrictive lockdown, one of the toughest in the world. In China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region, government officials say they have confirmed more than 130 new cases of the coronavirus in the southern area of Kashgar. The local government says that as of yesterday, 137 cases were confirmed after it investigated possible close contacts of a 17-year-old girl who tested positive in a routine PCR screening on Saturday. It says the cases include workers at a factory that employs a woman's parents. The Xinjiang government says all of the cases are asymptomatic and that it has been conducting PCR tests on more than 4.7 million residents of Kashgar. A United Nations treaty banning nuclear weapons has reached the 50 ratifications it needs to come into force. A UN official told NHK on Saturday that Honduras has ratified the pact. The UN adopted the treaty on the prohibition of nuclear weapons in July 2017 with the approval of 122 countries and territories. It says the use of nuclear weapons violates international law, which is applied in armed conflicts, and bans the development, possession and use of such armaments. It will go into effect on January 22nd, 2021, 90 days after the 50th ratification. The 5 major nuclear powers, including the US, Russia and China, and countries such as Japan that fall under the US nuclear umbrella, have not joined the treaty. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. Spain imposes national nighttime curfew to curb infections. Over 130 coronavirus cases confirmed in Xinjiang. UN nuclear ban treaty to go into effect in 90 days. That was world news.
Development News is brought to you by...
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neveyi.
179 new projects will be implemented in the Galle district. The district secretariat office stated that 19 divisional secretariat divisions will be covered. Under this project, rural canal roads, community water supply schemes and sanitary facilities will be developed. 20 million rupees will be spent for each project.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house.
Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan neveyi.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
The Pakistani Cricket Board has decided to conduct the 3-20 matches with Zimbabwe in Rawalpindi. Earlier it was planned to be held at the Lahore playground. The Super League tournament of Pakistan will be held in Karachi.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bee here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go. Is the right amount of crunch and OMG so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The World Bank Country Director for Maldives, Nepal and Sri Lanka, Mr. Faris Hadadzer, was accompanied by the World Bank Country Manager for Sri Lanka, Ms. Chio Kanda, paid a courtesy call on Governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Professor W.D. Lakshman. They discussed various matters of mutual interest. Governor Lakshman emphasized the need to rethink support provided by multilateral financial institutions to enable emerging and developing economies to strengthen their production and innovative capacity, in particular thereby enhancing economic stability and resilience of such countries.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The cultivation of turmeric and ginger will be expanded in the Galle and Mathura districts. This program will be implemented by the Agriculture and Trade Ministry of the province. 214 families in the district are being engaged in the cultivation activities. The objective of this move is to increase the income of the rural people.
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And now for the weather report. The Met Department says thunder showers will occur at several places in the north central, eastern and Uva provinces and in the Mullaitivu, Vavuniya and Matale districts after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy falls, about 50 millimeters, can be expected at some places in these areas, particularly in the northwestern province and in the Trincomalee districts. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. Light showers may occur at a few places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and in the Gala and Matara districts. That was the weather report. And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Another 348 COVID-19 cases from the Divulapitiya and Paliagoda cluster. The 16th death due to the corona infection was reported yesterday. The quarantine curfew to Colombo Fort, Petta, Borella and the Valikada police areas are being implemented. Opportunities for the people in the Gampaha district to purchase session food items from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. today. The presenting of appointment letters under the 100,000 jobs program is being implemented island-wide. Spain imposes national nighttime curfew to curb infections.